everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another review type of video. I've done these before and I really enjoyed doing them, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I got this back in Christmas and I have had it sitting in my drawer. I have used it quite a lot, but I just haven't got around to filming a video with it. So I wanted to do a little review today of this palette and what I think about it, and also some swatches of the colours as well, and to just give you some of my thoughts, because I love Too Faced as a brand. I love so many of their palettes, and whenever they bring a new one out I always love to watch these kind of videos to see what people have said about them, to see if I want to purchase it myself, because I find them very useful. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now this palette came out originally, I think, last summer, and it was the palette that broke the internet. Everybody wanted this palette, and it came back over Christmas, and I kid you not, I set my alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning to get up, to get in that queue for Too Faced, and by about 9 o'clock in the morning when I'd ordered it, my hands had a cramp because I'd been sat there all night with the phone clutched in my hands so that I wouldn't miss the alarm. I ended up getting it, and oh my god, I am so impressed with it. So I'm going to give you some of my thoughts about it today. So can we first of all talk about the packaging? I mean, it's so cute. It's like this ombre pink to peach effect, and it's got the little peach on it, and it's got embossed peaches on it, and it's that classic kind of hard packaging that Too Faced comes with. And then you've also got the little box here with the shadows on the back. Now when you open this palette you have a fair sized mirror. I mean, it's not a massive mirror, and to be honest I wouldn't personally use this mirror a lot. In this palette you're getting 18 different shades. They go from light to dark. This is predominantly more of a shimmer palette, so if you don't like your shimmers you might not like this palette, but I personally love this palette because I think you've got some really good shades to use in your crease. Now when I first started to use this palette I was really impressed with how buttery and pigmented these shadows were. They blend out really nicely. You can either use them with your finger or with a brush. You can use them wet or dry as well. And I personally feel that this palette is a good neutral palette, although it has got more pinky peachy tones in it. Now one thing I will say about this palette, I want to give it a few of my criticisms before I get on to what I like about this palette. I wasn't impressed with the amount of peaches you got in there. I would have liked to have a few more peach shades. I mean, you've got Candied Peach, Just Peachy, and you've also got Bellini, which are, you know, your true peach shades. But then the rest are more browns and purples and darker colours, and I get that they've got to throw in a few browns for the crease colours. I get that they've got to have some darker colours for the outer V and just to deepen it up a bit. I totally understand that. I would have liked there to have been a few more shadows. So this last row, you've got a lot of dark colours. So you've got a grey and then you've got two dark purple shades. And to be honest, I would have preferred there to be some more dark brown shades in there, because I don't really use this last row, to be honest. Every other colour I use a lot, but this last row I rarely use. I just don't really feel that the colours match up with the other colours. I don't really feel that, for me personally, they go well with the other colours that I use on my eyes, but that's my personal opinion. That's not to say that you're going to feel the same. Now, I do have to say I really like this palette for a lot of reasons. Can we just first of all talk about the fact that yes, it does smell like peaches. It's not a lie, it's not a joke. It does smell like peach. Who doesn't want something that smells nice on their face? Now, another thing I love about this palette are the quality of the shadows. Too Faced shadows, as a rule, are really buttery, pigmented, easy to blend. They last very well. They've got very good longevity and staying power. This palette is no exception. All of the colours are really super pigmented. They're very buttery, they're easy to blend, and I really have been impressed with this palette for that reason. Now, as I've said, I didn't feel that there was enough peach shades, but the ones that they did have were very nice. Obviously, you've got Just Peachy, Candied Peach, and Bellini. They're all peach shades and they've all got some shimmer to them. One of them's a bit more of your true shimmer, so Candied Peach is one of my favourite shades because it's more of a peachy shimmer tone. And then also Bellini, which is a really beautiful shade. It's more like a cool tone peach with a lot of metallic flecks to it, so I just love that shade, and I love the name as well. Bellini, it's such a cool name. Now, I also like the fact that you're getting some browns in there as well, because one thing I hate in a palette is when they don't put some neutral browns or crease colours in there that you can't use the palette on its own, because with a palette I like to buy it in the knowledge that I could take it on holiday with me or take it away with me when I go like travelling, and that I won't have to take an extra palette. So I feel like this palette you certainly could take it on holiday for your summer holiday or whatever, because it does have some shimmer shades, but it also has the matte shades you want for the crease. Obviously matte shade for the crease does look better. All in all, I really do like this palette for the colour range you're getting. I think if you want something, a neutral palette for summer, but with some extra shades thrown in, like Bless Her Heart and also these purple shades. It is good in that sense because this is very much a palette that you could take from day to night quite easily. I do think it's worth the money for the price. I do think that you're getting a good selection of shades. This palette I believe is £39. You can get it on Debenhams now, because when I first bought it wasn't on Debenhams, but now it is on Debenhams. Do I recommend it? I personally would, if you're looking for a new neutral palette and you want to have some summery shades and you like peachy colours, you will like this palette. It certainly is very wearable, very workable, and you can have really light minimal makeup with this, or you can go more heavy with this and more dramatic. There's no fallout with these shadows either. I've had a really easy time blending them and working these into my crease and creating different looks with this palette. I've actually done a look with this palette today which I've got on, and you'll see that video either before or after this video depending on what order I decide to put them up, but I will link it down below for you if you're interested. So I am all in all really impressed with this palette. I would recommend it. I did like the colours that you're getting in this palette, but my only criticism is I wish there had been a few more peachy shades, just because I feel like Sweet Peach, I would have expected there to be a few more peach shades. Nevertheless, it is a good neutral palette and it is a nice neutral addition for the summer months. Now I'm going to do some swatches for you. The first shade you're getting in this palette is called White Peach, and it is a white shimmery tone with a slight pearl tone to it. The next shade you're getting is called Nectar, and that is a gold peachy tone. The next shade you're getting is called Peaches and Cream, and it is a matte cream colour. The next shade you're getting is called Georgia, and that is a matte peachy colour. The next shade is called Cobbler, and that is a brown light shimmer tone colour. The next shade you're getting is called Luscious, and I would describe this as a mink shimmery colour. The next shade is called Candy Peach, and it is a true peachy colour with a hint of gold shimmer running through it. The next shade is called... So the shade I'm about to talk about is called Just Peachy. This is more of a cool tone peach verging on pink, and this one also has shimmer running through it as well. The next shade is called Puree, and this is a cool tone brown colour, and as the name would imply, it does kind of look like the colour you get on the stalk of a peach, so it's a kind of a very warm tone colour. The next shade is called Bellini, and this is a cool tone peach with a strong hint of metallic glitter running through it. The next shade is called Bless Her Heart, and this is a sea green colour with a hint of glitter running through it. The next shade is called Summer Yum, and this is a darker warm tone, a bit more darker than the Puree colour. The next shade is called Peach Pit, and it is a plummy tone purple with a hint of gold shimmer running through it. The next shade is called Tempting, and that is a black with hints of glitter running through it. The next shade is called Talk Dirty To Me, and this is a blue tone purple with hints of gold glitter running through it. I'd almost describe this shade as a midnight blue actually. The next shade is called Delectable, and this is a true blue tone purple, a little bit more punky in colour, and this one also has shimmer in it. The last shade in this palette is called Charmed, I'm Sure, and it's more of a dark beige colour and it's matte. So those are the colours you get in this palette. My favourite shades for my eyes, because I've got blue eyes, definitely have to be the shades Bellini. I also really like Candy Peach, and I love Just Peachy. I do love Nectar as well for the inner corner, I think it's really pretty. I love Puree as well, and I also really like Bless Her Heart. I think that's a really unique colour. For me personally, I tend to gravitate towards more of the peach tones for this time of year, and all in all, I'm really impressed with it. I'm really pleased that I bought it. And I just also want to add some other things in terms of accessibility, obviously, because I am registered severely sight impaired, so accessibility with makeup is really important to me. This palette is really good in the sense that it's tactile. Obviously, it's got these embossed pictures on it, so you can feel what it is. It's definitely something I'll continue to wear even when it's not summer, but for the summer months, I think it's the quintessential palette to have for summer, especially if you like gold tones, brown tones, and peachy tones. I also did happen to buy the Peach Glow palette as well, the Sweet Peach Glow, because I was just obsessed and I really wanted to get this. I do like this as well. I also use this in my look today. This has a bronzer, a highlight, and also a blush in it as well. So that is my review of the Sweet Peach palette, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!